Hello in this girl.
Wait a minute, hold up.
Yeah, let me get my mouth together. But this is the Real Housewives of Dubai recap, and this is exclusively on Spotify. And when I say exclusively, it's only on here. Not like I have a deal or nothing. I'm not trying to stunt. I just got on this bitch because I'm trying to see what's good on this app. So, yeah.
We drinking strawberry and champagne. Hold on, let me get a strawberry. Let me get a strawberry. I love it. Strawberry with drink.
And later down the motherfucking podcast, we have a special guest who is a Twitter Spaces icon. So yeah, let's get into it, and then let's get into the podcast. Hold on. Now my tongue is twisted up again.
So what's your sentence for her?
Electric chair.
So the first scene we get is Caroline B and Ion, and I'm so gagged that they have... I'm not gagged that they have made up, but after their disdain, I'm shook that they have moved past their issues so quickly. Or maybe it's not so quickly, but you know what I mean. From the first dinner that they had till now, I'm shocked at the progression, and only because you'll later see Ion bringing up the past. So it's clear that she holds grudges and whatnot, but we'll save that for later. And besides, actually, no, let me get into her now. So yes, you know Ion has to stunt even when it's furniture shopping. I'm here for it. I love the yellow gown. I do not love the yellow Tweety Bird hair so much.
Send it back in the mail.
Now, I'm not trying to nitpick, as she is a gorgeous woman, the house down, and I am a man, so I shouldn't really be commenting on her wigs, but I am because, you know, what's going on? They're giving sour, and you guys are giving luxury with the outfits and so on. I'm gonna need the bundles to match the budget. Bundles match the budget. Yes, because y'all have the money, so I would just like to see it reflect on top of your head. But I am going to give them a pass because this is their first season, and you know my good girl Karen, who I am named after, Karen Huger's wig, you know, she had to get her shit together. So it takes time, and takes time seeing yourself on TV because, for example, when I was on TV, I looked a hot fucking mess. So like I said, it takes time seeing yourself in gagging and dragging.
Oh, God, I'm gonna throw up.
But anyways, like I said previously, in all seriousness, it is nice to see Ion and Caroline make up and be friends.
My tits are gonna pop out.
That's good. You paid for them. Let them all out.
Bitch.
Now we see Caroline as, this is no shade to her because I liked her on Ladies of London, but I don't know what's going on Housewives of Dubai because it's not translating with me. And it's not because she's an elder bride. It's just, to me, okay, let me break it down.
Okay, now wait just 1 second, glasses.
And let me clarify before y'all snatched off the rest of my edges. I was saying, you know, there's nothing wrong with an elder-ass bride because I have people in my family who are elder-ass brides. So it's nothing against, you know, I'm not age shaming, but I'm just saying I really don't care to hear about this wedding. I don't know what it is, but Sergio and talking about he wanted tiki tiki boom boom. Girl, just say you want to hunch and just hunch. Like, I don't want to keep hearing you talk about this ticky ticky. And yeah, we just gonna move on, okay?
I feel sick to my stomach.
Okay, let me not do Caroline S like that. I did enjoy her, you know, flexing about her influencing deals and her staying at a hotel just because she gets the post. That is iconic, but further than that, I'm gonna move the fuck on, like I just said.
That's one thing about me. I give tens what tens are due. I'll tell if you look crazy. I'll tell if you look stupid.
And just when I thought I could escape the wedding talk, here we go again, because all of the girls meet up, minus Caroline B, and they're discussing, you know, Caroline S.'s wedding and so on, and Nina asks her about it and blah, blah, blah. I'm over it.
That's my opinion!
Then we see Lisa and Caroline get into it, and to be honest, it seems to me that Lisa has more of the issue with Caroline because, I mean, I do see where Caroline has a sour-ass attitude sometimes, and it may just be her humor because I guess British humor is different, so we have to take that into account, but also, she just comes off as a bitch sometimes.
I do have a naughty mouth.
That is an apology.
So Caroline basically gives a half-ass apology, which is, you know, whatever. And then Lisa then gives a backhanded apology, basically saying, I ignored all the things I heard of you. Now, girl, you know what you're doing when you say that, because what the fuck were you hearing about me? And, you know, girl, you could have just said something else.
I've always liked you despite everything that I've heard.
Despite everything you heard, now if people really brought up some rumors that, you know, are in the streets about you, would you like that? I'm gonna hush because these things are allegedly, but girl, Google yourself. So if people brought this up, you know, how would you feel if Caroline really said that to you? I don't know. I feel like she would turn up, but oh well. And hold on, I'll use an example. The streets are saying allegedly that you used to be an escort. Now, I'm not saying it's true. The streets are saying.
What? That is shocking.
Do I believe it? I don't know. That's not my business. But the point I'm saying is, what if Caroline said something to the effect like, you know, I heard you were an escort, but I found out for myself you were a good person. Like, don't give me no backhanded compliment, bitch. And let me clarify, I don't mean a bitch in a sour way. I call everybody bitch. Like, hey, bitch, what's up, bitch? You a sour bitch. Hey, bitch, mad bitch. Okay? Everybody's a bitch. So don't take it too serious on this channel. I love Lisa down since College Hill. Now, let's move on. Yeah, before we move on, basically, they made up. I know you're probably wondering what happened. Yeah, they made up for now. We'll see how long it lasts. I don't see it lasting long. So the next scene we get is Caroline B's pool party. And we're not going to spend too much time on it, but I feel as if some of the girls are looking for a problem. And while I love fun shade, it's giving like, what is your issue? Because the whole time at the party, what it gave to me is two different groups, two different, like, Ion and Lisa had their friends, and then Brooks and her group had their friends. Like, let's integrate, which Caroline tried to do, and Lisa and Ion were throwing shade on the side. Like, their wigs aren't looking sour. Now, I know I said I was going to lay off those wigs, but here I am again because they were, you know, throwing shade the whole time at Caroline B, saying that she looks like a mermaid. And I don't think it was a positive, you know, mermaid as, well, is there a bad mermaid? Well, I've never really seen a sour mermaid, but the way they were describing Caroline, it didn't give that them calling her a mermaid was a compliment. Because then again, they said that Lisa looked like the better mermaid. I don't know what's going on, because these girls came in this party, to be honest, throwing shade and being sour. It almost gave me how Diana came to Garcelle's birthday party on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and just came in with a sour attitude. Stay home if you got a sour attitude. Don't nobody want to be around that. Like, what's the point of you coming to somebody else's event and throwing shade the whole time? And you look a mess.
Objection to the formal question.
Anyways, I'm zooming past the event that Sarah was having, which I'm happy for her, giving boss bitch vibes. I'm actually living for it. That was iconic. And Ion showed up to support her, giving a motherfucking look per usual, serving the house down.
That was perfect.
Yeah, I thought that shit that have him going crazy. I can make it worth it if you pay me. I love to hit it once and act shady. I can make it worth it if you pay me.
Sorry, she's taking it, she's serving it, she's giving it. She came to this event and served up the motherfucking special honor of the night. You know, Sarah. What's that about? But I'm here for it. Anyways, fast forward like I motherfucking do, because I don't go over everything. You know how I do and get down on this page and channel. Or if you're listening on Spotify now. So Caroline B sits down with her childhood friends and she invites Sarah over. And you know, I have a special guest about to give their motherfucking opinion on it. Tea with Dre, bitch. Get into it. Whoa, 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 whoa. The ring didn't mean a thing. It's me speaking again. Hold on. So before our guest starts talking, I wanted to explain and set up the scene. Caroline Brooks is having, I think Sarah over and her two childhood friends. Now, Caroline B then asks Sarah about boarding school and her thoughts on it. And now here comes our guest.
Bye. Bye. Get out. Bye, bitch.
I'm kind of on the fence about it because I see everyone's point.
Before Dre continues, Karen Huger Wig checking back in this motherfucker. I forgot to mention that Sarah did give her opinion, and basically what she said was she thought that people who went to boarding school had emotional problems, which is the same thing Caroline S said earlier. Now back to Tea with Dre in this bitch.
Like, on one hand, I understand what Brooks is saying with regards to wanting to give her kid, like, you know, access to the best of the best and all that stuff. But on the other hand, I understand where, you know, Sarah, in her mind, where she has her friends that have been to boarding school and they've talked about their experiences and how it's traumatized them. And then even with Caroline Stanbury, when she was talking about, you know, her experiences of going through boarding school and that it traumatized her, I do see their point, but I understood why Brooks kind of got mad eventually at the end, because at the end of the day, like, it's still her child, you know, and even though they weren't saying it, like, Sarah kind of sounded like she was low-key calling Brooks like not a bad mom, but like that she wasn't doing enough.
The eating, and you can pick it up when you're older.
Sarah, I'm on your side.
I'm not.
Caroline, I think, will come to her senses.
She'll come to her senses when she's a grandma.
Yeah. And then she sees that it didn't matter when he was 9 years old at the dinner table because he picked the chicken with his finger. She's going to care more about his morals and his love.
He has all of that, and I instill all of that into my child.
I would understand her being triggered or offended by that, as most parents would. So I do understand where she was coming from on that end. Also with her friend, since he grew up with her, I think he has a more closer relationship. He's seen her family dynamic and all that stuff. But to her point, you know, seeing it as a friend that you pop in and visit every now and then is a little bit different than, you know, living in the house and experiencing how your parents raise you. And I think if she wants to continue that way of raising her kid the way she was raised, as it relates to, you know, using the utensils and, you know, knife and fork and not eating with your hands, all of that stuff, like, I got it because my mom was like that too. Like, you gotta be eating knife and fork. So the argument spiraled really out of nowhere, I think, because her friend challenged her.
I think hanging around Sarah will be really
Ryan, shut the up. Honestly, you're getting on my nerves at this point. You're being stupid.
No need to fight.
No, because he actually thinks he's being funny.
I'm not
and he
being
doesn't
funny.
Stop, because I'm going to curse you out in front of everybody and embarrass you. Shut up.
No need to speak to each
Shut
other
up,
like that.
honestly.
Stop, guys. Stop.
Don't talk about me and my kid. You're not cute and it's not funny.
What did
Don't
I
be
say?
cute. She's not affectionate.
What
Did you go
say?
through
You
it?
weren't affectionate.
Shut up.
You know, when your friend kind of doesn't take your side in a serious argument and is like siding with someone that they just met, it can make you feel a little bit uncomfortable or jaded. So I did understand why she got like hyped up, but I don't think she should have cussed him out like that, especially not on camera.
Exactly. I know. Exactly.
And I hope she apologized to him, because absolutely not. But, you know, even though I think she was wrong fussing him out, I mean, yes, they were talking about her child, but I feel like it could have been handled a little bit better. I laughed. Like, I thought the scene was funny. I was getting my life. I was getting a kiki and I enjoyed the experience, but I do think that Sarah was out of line for saying it and saying it in that type of setting. Like, I feel like if they had that conversation like one-on-one, if they went out to like brunch or they went out for like drinks or dinner or whatever, like the other girls do, maybe it wouldn't like take off like that. But, you know, at her dinner table with her friends, her kids upstairs, like, I got it. So good scene though.
Yes, girl, Caroline fucking snatched everybody's wig at that dinner table, and that was that. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I want to thank Tea with Dre for giving their commentary. Check out their page because they host spaces often and you never know who might be in that bitch. Besides that, they give good commentary, so check them out.